Hey guys, Dale here, back with some more Rimworld. We are loading up the SKrill caravan with our folks that are going to be founding our new town. So they are heading right over here. And so if we try to put a town around here, it should be equidistant from all three of these like official settlements. So we'll test that out and see if we can do the outpost thing and make a town. I have Aelna, Aelna, working on making some martial books. So we had a wanderer join. Who was it? Not Frog. Kurt. And he happens to be physically adept. So we'll probably bring him down to Valegard to kind of like learn a skill. But he, I think, belongs in Cresthold. He wandered up there. So, oh man, look at the double strand harvest just in time. We're making 3 skill books. I think that's all the magicite we have. We brought about 2,000 magicite down from Cresthold. I think they're back down to just having like 100 or so, wherever it is, if I can spot it. 200. So we'll have Kurt and the magicite come down. We'll probably teach him an ability, but I also had Aelna create some gems of physical insight. So we were able to make 3 of them. And I figured we would start with kind of like the Ranger squad. And so I kind of reordered the Rangers in order of shooting skill. So Mara, Green, Kif, Thamar, Kuma, and Lucy. And so we have 3 gems. So we'll go ahead and make the 3 of them physically adept. So Green, let's go ahead and use the gem. Also Green, we finally fixed his jaw. He's regrowing his jaw using the druid ability. And so who's a good example of this? I think it is... Yeah, Daria. So she's regrowing an arm and a leg right now. It takes a while for the parts to regrow after the druid surgery. So it's they're both set to stub right now. The efficiency is at 50% and 20%. So it takes a little while for these to become fully efficient. But if you guys remember way back a few episodes ago, we regrew Tyrion's right arm, and now the efficiency is at 125%. So I don't know if that's like guaranteed that the growth will go wild, or if it's random, but it's a pretty nice bonus. I'm pretty sure we can get at least 100% part efficiency, if not more. Okay, go ahead and use that. So Green used it. He's now physically adept. Mara's about to use hers. Both Green and Mara were at 15 shooting skill. Kif's at 14, surprisingly. Use gem of physical insight. And we did have an arcane trader. We bought some magicite from them. We also bought an arcane tome for enchanter. So tome martial book. We have 2 of these now, and I think if Pellis, since he's a ranger, if he writes these books, I think they will become ranger books. So who is it? Mara, Green, and Kif. Okay, cool. And so we have Pellis coming up to write this book, and then go ahead and write that book as well. Yeah, so combat style ranger. And combat style rangers. So Mara, go ahead and read this book, and Green, go ahead and read your book. And as soon as Aelna is done with the next book, then we'll also have Kif become a ranger. Okay, cool. Cool. Caravan, where are you at? You guys are, it looks like you guys are getting ready to head on out. That's awesome. Why don't we have, I feel like I do all the caravanning at once all the time. Let's go ahead and have Kurt come down. Oh, he's a mute. Let's go ahead and give him a stallion. I think he should be fine on his own. Items. You're going to bring us the adamantite, the gold, and the magicite. Oh, I guess we'll bring an extra horse. And yeah, he'll make that trip really quick. Confirm. Things are kind of holding steady up here. I just reprioritized all their work, so things are kind of like starting to gel a little bit better after the exodus that we had to Valegard. And we did bring a couple people up here, so like Gran and Frog and Gabe, I believe. Okay, and you guys are going to take about a day and a half to get over to your new home. I figured since this is where we're going to be like raising our Skrill, we'll go ahead and call it SKrill Den. And once we get there, I'll do a little bit of like village planning. It's going to be a smaller village, and it's going to have like an emphasis on kind of like, I think I'm going to make like individual houses for the actual Skrill themselves, just to like denote how important they are for this particular village. But I'll do all that during the cut, and I'll bring you guys in once we have arrived and I've done some initial planning for us. So here in Valegard, updates that are happening, not too many. We did shift the rest of the clothing that we can make out of Devil Strand, so like hoods and cloaks and gloves and things. We shifted all that to Devil Strand, so I was super glad that we got that huge Devil Strand harvest in, because we're probably going to plow through all of it, especially with the magic book making as well. We're still a little bit behind on making spells for our mages, and then we are quite a ways out, basically a quadrum out, from being able to grant anyone a magically gifted. So like Anissa and Yiddle were the last couple that we did. I feel like Roderick, we have the enchanter and we have the bard. I feel like maybe we make Roderick a bard. He's been with the colony for so long, and he's incapable of violence. So, you know, every single time we have a raid, I make him like go hide with the children. And so I figure, you know, if he's going to be spending all this time with the colony children, maybe he can learn to like sing some songs and keep people happy. He is kind of like our unsung hero. He's been in the background hauling and cleaning for almost since the beginning, so 4 years now. But anyhow, I'll put a cut in here and we'll come back and take a look at what our new area looks like for the new village. Okay, so Kurt's arrived, and what I'm going to do is, instead of teaching Kif to be a ranger, Kurt did technically arrive first with the physical adept ability. They all just got their physical adept last night. Kurt's been around for like 2 days. He wandered in. We'll have him write this book, so we'll get a random one, and then whatever that is going to be, that's what we'll make Kurt. Buffalo Revenge. It'll be fine. Let's follow Kurt. Oh. Come on, speed up. Oh, lots of muffalos. Why don't you guys come help? Okay, Kurt, you're actually going to be free to go. Let's have you write the book. Okay, they're just like falling like flies. Okay. And where'd you go, sir? There you are. And then while he's here, he'll probably re-equip gear. Is he wearing like steel stuff? Iron? Oh, I don't even know where we got that iron from. We must have like stripped it off some of the prisoners up there. Cameron also came as a transport pod crash. We had to accept it because of, what is it? It would upset the Arcane Order folks if we didn't do charity. But he actually turned out to be pretty good. Undergrounder, like, who cares? Hard worker, that's great. Mining, artistic. Allison's been doing all the art for us. We're going to have Cameron also working on art when he's up. Okay, so, oh, he's a sniper. Okay, so we actually need to change his outfit then from, oh, Kurt, not Cameron, to Ranger. And then go ahead and read that. And then the other thing is we should give him a thrombo. So which one of you nerds has a thrombo? That is going to be Kurt's now. So headshot, anti-armor shot. And we actually removed all the rangers from Cresthold. So I guess Kurt lives here in Valegard now. Okay, there's that. Let's stick you right behind Kif. Oh, you're shooting and the only reason I made him a guard was because he was physically adept. Oh, that's gonna be kind of rough. It'll be fine. He'll have plenty of opportunities to like practice and learn. Okay, who was you were? Is someone hauling the thrombo? It should end up here. Okay. Anyhow, these guys are still a little less than a day away. We'll come back when they've landed. Hey guys, we're back. So they've arrived. They arrived down here where all their junk is that they're currently hauling. But what are we doing? We are looking at our plans. So this is the setup that I have for this village. And actually, we are calling it SKrill Den. So let's go ahead and change the name of the community. Factions Kingdom in the Vale. And so this is SKrill Den, home of the... SKrill Den. What do we call it? What is the title of this place? It's like the home for the Skrill, right? So Dragon's Nest. SKrill Den, the Dragon's Nest. Okay. So if we take a look at this, kind of hard to see with all these big trees around, but this will be our little cookhouse. This will be our fridge. This structure here will be a kind of like longhouse with beds, end tables, dressers. This one will have some dining in it. This is the same structure, but we're going to put recreation in it. And then these 4 identical structures here in the middle, this is where we're going to build housing specifically for the adolescent skrills. So if we look here, they have animal sleeping spots for now. I don't know if they'll sleep in like a crafted animal sleeping bed, but we'll see. And then up here will be our ritual room with some storage off to the left and right for potentially dragon eggs. So if we look at this, this male is an adolescent, but this female is now an adolescent. We've been like aging them up. It says that their actual age is 2 years old and they are 10 years old because of magic. But our female adolescents are producing eggs. So we'll see if those get fertilized. And then this will just be like an initial stockpile area. Something that I was really excited about is we did craft some grand sculptures, and we happened to get 2 of this style, like dragons. So I felt like that was really appropriate. And then this one was the other one. I figured I'd just bring it up here in case we wanted some more art. But we'll put those right there. Oh, we can't rotate them. Okay, that's fine. Boomalope revenge. We were hunting boomalopes here. How many boomalopes are actually on the map? There's 2. I'm not too worried about that. Helene, I think you got this. And Heinz is coming to back you up. Lyra is also here. Okay, yeah, you guys will be fine. Okay, and in other news, what else is going on? I just sent out a Felba, Yiddle, Gabby, Zaz, Kor, and Charuga to see if we can form a outpost here, a town. So that's kind of like what they're going to be doing. We can go ahead and speed things up. And we've been researching the Dryad technology from the Dryad mod that we added. They actually come with their own, we had to research their research spot. And then they have these like Dryad research spots that I put out here because eventually this is going to be a park area. Maybe we'll use some of the Dryad decorations to like actually decorate it. And then kind of like last little update, we're growing some tulips out here because we are gonna build an apiary. I've never actually done like bee stuff, and this is from the Vikings mod. So it's has like an area around it, and it says that when placed near flowers, the apiary will naturally attract wild bees, which will make it their new home. Over time, these bees will produce honey, which can be harvested and eaten directly or later fermented into meat. So yeah, we'll try that out. We might stick a couple of them around the base. I'm trying to think of like places where they're like kind of out of the way. Like it wouldn't make sense to stick like an apiary in a neighborhood. I know some people like do beekeeping. I have like friends here in Seattle that like have done beekeeping, and some coworkers. I feel like I know a lot of random people that have like done beekeeping in the city. But when I was younger, I lived in a little bit of a more rural place, and we did some beekeeping, and we didn't do it very close to home. So that's kind of like what makes more sense to me, is to kind of have it like a little further away from like high traffic areas. Oh wow, you guys like installed those right away. Let's go ahead, and we probably have some enough wood to actually like build some structures. So let's like get some structures down so that things don't degrade. Let's just like put a gate in there, and then let's build some homes. Doors and furniture. Okay, cool. And I don't really want it there. I want it here. There we go. And we will blueprint that. Create longhouse. And we will plop another one right down here. We should probably get some farming going for them as well. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's like do a big rice farm like right there. Rice, and then maybe some heel root. And cotton. Okay, so this will be heel root, and this will be cotton. And I already went through and like messed with all their jobs, so we should be all right on that front. Lyra, did you get hit by a boomalope? Yep. Okay, and then you guys are half a day away. Okay, cool. So planning, let's go ahead and let's undo this plan, or we'll hide the planning. And then let's also build storage, clothing racks, because we did bring some clothes with us. And anything else? Maybe just some like tall shelves or double shelves, because I didn't bring any steel. I already need to do a caravan to like bring them something to like store their food in, or not store their food in, but to keep their food cold. We need to bring them like some crystal bowls. So I'll have someone make that run, but we'll come back when a Felba has landed. She's gonna land so soon. Okay, so an update. We still only had the option for logging outpost and trading outpost, so I read the requirements a little bit closer for a town outpost, and it actually says, uh-oh, where'd it go? Town outpost must be established with 5 colonists or more, which we have, must be within 10 tiles from 3 other faction bases. So it can't be our own faction. I'm thinking the like closest place that we could have a town then is maybe like here. But that's like pretty far out of the Vale. 3 other faction bases. I wonder, like, yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to do town outposts. We could do logging or trading, but it's not too big of a deal. Felba, Yiddle, Gabby, Zaz, Kor, and Chagru are going to be the folks that establish our town in the Dark Forest. So we'll go ahead and get them settled there, and then we'll probably just like put them in stasis until we're ready to deal with that. But you know, I feel like it's thematically appropriate with everyone hating a Felba because she's a necromancer. She gave birth to a necromancer. We ended up making Yiddle a necromancer as well. The demons are like pretty sketch. And Chagru, I'm gonna have to change his name. I started changing all the colonists' clothes to their favorite color, so not everyone looks like they are like dressed in Devilstrand, because they are, but like having a colony full of red just kind of like bothers me. And his favorite color is black, so I was just like, okay, well, he kind of fits in. So we'll have them kind of like form their little dark necromancer village here, and we will bring into play the 3rd ideology that I created for the game, which is the Cult of Dark Whispers. So we'll be a little cheaty. We'll just like force convert all of them over to the Cult of Dark Whispers, but it requires what is it? Because it is Eldritch, because it's an Eldritch cult, I believe it requires that they have some kind of like pillars or obelisks to prevent loss, some kind of like insanity or something need that they have, which keeps them adherent to their ideology. And so I figured that would be like rough to start with, having one of them, and then not sure like what we needed to do to unlock that or build it. But now that we're like, you know, pretty mature into the game, I feel like we should be able to build that and kind of like maintain an eldritch cult without them just losing their ideology because we couldn't build things fast enough or whatever. Alna and Narak are caravanning over to SKrill Den to give them their cold bowl, and then at some point when we unfreeze this colony, we'll have to like give them some cold bowls as well. I think I've been selling off lots of gemstones, but I've been keeping all the rough aquamarines. So I think that is what we need. Yeah, for making these cold bowls. And so I've just been making them out of bone. We also have rough sapphire. Is that what we need for this guy? Yeah, we do. Okay. I don't know if we can uninstall these or not, so I won't worry about that. I know that we can uninstall the cold bowls. What I can do is we can build one of these in here to test. And then we can always uninstall these guys and leave that in here if that's enough to keep this cool. So, let's have a look at the Dark Forest. And so the Dark Forest, it should have its own like custom trees. And I think the mod author who did the majestic trees, I think they collaborated with the medieval overhaul folks to help with the like big trees that we'll see there, because the majestic trees is primarily like vanilla biomes, and then a couple modded biomes like the what is it? The aspen forest that we're in. Okay, so let's take a look here. Let's slow it down. And then let's give it a pause. Okay, so this is the dark forest. It is, I'm not sure if the weather is just like foggy rain right now or if that's like a permanent thing. But we have these maple trees. We have these like really huge trees. And what kind of wildlife do we have? Regular wildlife, some trolls, swamp trolls, turkey. Okay, cool. Interesting. So I think there are special events that are supposed to happen here, and I haven't really thought of like what kind of like style I want for kind of like, you know, our dark cult that a Felba will be leading, full of necromancers and demons. But we'll come back to that. For now, we are calling this town Whisper Grove, so let's go ahead and just rename it to Whisper Grove. And we're just going to like put them in cold storage for now. Okay, cool. Elena and Narek, they're going to deliver the cold bowl to SKrill Den, and then I'll send them right back. Oh, I think I also have them delivering some steel, and that's just stuff that they're carrying on them. But it might be nice to like leave them the instruments just so that they have some other some other recreation. That's it for now, though. Thanks for hanging out, you guys. I hope you have a good one. Until next time, bye.